How are you doing? This is Martin from Gardens for Life. So we want to give you an update on our uh, tables that we made from pallets, and we have another video on this. And the strawberries are doing phenomenally well. You'll see them now. They're actually bearing a lot of fruit, but also they have offshoots already where they're going to grow baby strawberry plants. So that's great. We have 12 different varieties of strawberries here now, and we have a number of different kale and salad mixes and some radish as well. And the radishes didn't go too well. They actually bolted and went to seed very early on, so we couldn't actually get a proper harvest from them. But the salads are doing okay, and the kales are doing fine too. The main reason why we're making these videos is just to show you all at home how to do it yourself, and hopefully share our successes and also our failures with you, just to show you what might work for you in your circumstances. So let's take a look at them, and we'll have a look at the strawberries first, because they're the most successful, so they're the most fun thing to look at. So there's a lot of different varieties. I won't actually mention all the names now, but you can see here we have labels here. Centenazi. So you can see here, just compare the size of the plant to my hand here. So it is quite substantial, and there's a few fruits and flowers here. Some of them are flowering later than others, and some are not doing that well. This one here is actually called Snow White. I think it's just a variety that has like a white berry, but therefore it's actually not a good producer. It's just a special one to have, and you can see here the strawberry plants are already producing runners, and there's a lot of different strawberry varieties here. You can see here there's already some berries, and over here too. So it's great because the slugs can't actually get at them, not easily anyway. And if you keep the strawberries on the ground, of course that gives the slugs very easy access to them. And the reason why they're called strawberries is because you have to keep the berries off the ground, and traditionally they used to use straw, because otherwise the berries actually go rotten if they touch off the soil, because of course the soil life and the mold then will develop as well. So there is some of those. You can see how neat they are, and you can actually just walk in between them here too, and just go harvesting them as well. They're in zone 1 if you're talking in terms of permaculture, because they're right at outside our backyard, and we can keep an eye on them and hopefully catch the berries before the birds do. But here's some of the kales actually. We had a storm last weekend, so we ended up with a lot of leaves being blown into them. But you can see this kale here has grown quite well. It's red Russian kale. We have actually 2 more crates of this. We might actually take one up and actually plant them out, because they'll grow bigger. But you could harvest those now and eat them in a salad. We have done, or even in a wrap. Here's some red salads. I don't remember the name of the variety. Little Leprechaun, actually, that's the name of that variety. You can see it's getting bigger now. We can start eating that too now. Here's another red Russian kale. Here's some black Tuscany or Nero. And you can see it's not as densely planted, so the leaves actually, the plants are growing much bigger. So there's an oca plant that snuck its way in there. I'll leave it growing, no problem. Hello. Snapper. Snapper doesn't eat strawberries, thank God. Otherwise he'd have them all eaten, the size of you. He's just the biggest cat the vet has ever seen in her 30-year career. Just a very tall cat. Now we'll go over here, and here's our first ripe strawberry. Yay! Well, almost ripe. It's getting there. And there's more here. So you can see this variety. What's this variety called now? Vibrant is the name. That's why we're doing this, and that's why we're documenting it, because we want to see what strawberries actually grow the best here in this climate in the Midlands of Ireland. And we have also got some a thyme plant down here, and some lovage, a few currants, a flowering currant, and a couple of red currants as well. Now here's some, this is actually our own variety of strawberries that we've been bringing with us in every house that we lived in, and you can see it's doing really well as well. We don't actually know what the name of the variety is, but it's just, we'll just call it Birdland strawberry, because we have it since about 10 years ago from our allotment back then. And you can see there's two more here. Amazing foliage and flowers. Cambridge Favourite, that's the name of that one. Couldn't think of it there for a second. That's Florence, I assume that's from Italy. The leaves are much smaller on that one, as you can see. This one must be bred for colder climates like the UK compared to Italy. So it's great to kind of compare them and just see the difference. We'll hopefully have lots of these plants, extra plants that will grow from the runners, you can see here. And we're going to try and save all of them that we can in the autumn time. And oh, look at these. I grew them from cuttings actually in this olive tree pot, which is now 4 years old. There's a sage plant and a blackcurrant in the background in a pot. That's in a 12-litre bucket actually. And you can see it's already grown fruits, but for fruit bushes I would highly recommend at least 15 litres, maybe more, if you want a decent yield. Alright, let's go over here. There's Schnapper in the shade. You're making sure that there's no mice taking any of the salad. Unfortunately, he doesn't deter slugs. Here's more of the red Russian kale, which is real dense and fluffy. You can see it's about 3 inches tall now, and you can eat that very well in a salad or in a wrap. And here's some other salad. It's actually a salad mix. Oh, excuse me, that's the little leprechaun. Not sure what the other variety was from earlier now. Didn't check the label now. One more red Russian kale, and here's actually some salad mix that has gone to seed, as you can see here. I think it's just because it's very dry, and also because it's kind of densely planted. But we've had a major drought here in the last 8 weeks actually. We only had like 3 rains, which is very unusual for Ireland. You can see here it's a little forest, and yeah, we'll have to just abandon this tray. So the good thing is these trays or these tables are modular, so you can actually take away the trays and just put a different tray here in its place. So once the tray is used up and once you've eaten all of the produce from it, you can just put it away and get another one and put it in its place. You can see it's right at our back door beside the kitchen, and it's really handy for us to go picking salads and bits and pieces, especially strawberries, as you can see here. Just across the patio is our strawberry jungle. So here are the radishes. As you can see, some of them are doing fine. We did eat some of them, and a lot of them have gone to seed, the majority of them in fact. Some of the varieties are doing better than others. Like this one here is French Breakfast 2. I think I've just planted them too densely. If you could let me know if you have any idea why are these radishes going to seed, please let me know. Maybe they've dried out too much. I've been watering them alright, but maybe they're too densely planted. I'm not entirely sure, but we've had a major drought here in Ireland over the last 8 weeks or so. So as for radishes, I'll try again planting them in crates, but they're not as successful as the strawberries and the greens anyway. Alright, so that's the pallet table update, and hopefully you can build some yourself at home and make use of our information. If so, please give us a thumbs up. Thanks a million. Bye bye.